Okay, 12 Soul here, and I'm in, where are we at? We're in Nashville, or
Memphis, Tennessee.
we're in Memphis, Tennessee. We just went across the river. I'm going to show you. All right, and I'm in this really cool park, okay, and I'm talking with a woman here, and have been talking with her for a while. That's a mound. This is a Mississippian mound culture. The Chickasaw Indians are behind you, and I'm hanging out in this park, and I met Miracle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Miracle, I want to just ask you a few basic questions about our world today and how you're feeling about life, and maybe where do you think our country's going, or what have you seen in the last 6 months?
Well, I've seen a lot of healing in the last 6 months. So a lot of people, you watch TV and people would think like it'll be panicking, a lot of fear, strandedness, people just going crazy. But I don't think it's that big. I see a lot of people, they find ways to, redecorate their house. People spend more time out in nature, finding things to do, finding themselves, and that's where it starts to heal yourself. So I don't know, I feel like it's more peaceful now. It's been a setback to figuring out a lot of what we don't want. You have to figure out what you don't want to realize what you do.
So what are the things that you don't want?
Most definitely war, slavery, restrictions, rules. More people themselves now more free, finding their purposes now, flowing with life.
Okay. Let's see. So you grew up not here though, across the river, right?
Yeah, in West Memphis.
And why are you called Miracle?
Well, I was a miracle child.
Uh-huh.
So my mom had me at a young age. She had me at 13, so she had pregnancy complications. And the first solution that they had was to give her what they called back then a black ball shot, which is a shot that would kill your baby overnight. And my grandma was like, no, she's not getting that. So, and they said if my mom was to go through with the pregnancy, I would have problems. I would have mental functions, retardation, too many chromosomes. I would be maybe disformalities because she wasn't fully, because of her being young. She
wasn't fully developed as a female.
Mm-hmm. So she was having fluid complications.
How's your mom now?
She's fine now.
Is she?
Yeah.
Wow. So how does it feel to have your mom that's just like 13 years older than you?
A lot of people don't believe it, but it's just how it is. And my grandma, she's 51, so, and people say we look like a young generation family, so.
Are you hopeful with this? Well, okay, hard question.
Uh-huh.
All right, Black Lives Matter.
Right.
What are your comments on that?
It's crazy, like that people don't get along, and people think because you say Black Lives Matter, they're saying like only Black Lives Matter, but no, what is he saying? Like all of us together as a whole, like don't just separate us out, treat us any kind of way. So I see a lot of people doing protest. They were doing a lot of protesting, and they saying it was set up and stuff.
Uh-huh.
They had government people out there, and a lot of the videos you can tell that people was out there starting,
They're starting stuff.
Right.
Do you think they were getting paid for that, or have you heard any words that people are getting paid? From.
I know they said in Atlanta, on my Instagram, people were saying like the government was paying protesters to go out there and start little riots.
So the government.
Uh-huh.
How about that?
They was saying it on Instagram in Atlanta. Like I saw a girl from Atlanta, they was reposting it. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, I think, okay, so you're from across the river and you come over here, all right. Why do you come over here?
Catch my breath.
Why do you need to catch your breath?
Ground, receive
Ground
messages
it.
from spirit.
Okay.
Talk to my ancestors and spirit guides, see what they got to say.
Right. Your ancestors, you feel like you feel them here?
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel them all the time. I didn't notice. I used to notice how I would feel when I'm alone, but I feel I'm more aware now that I feel like they're here now. Because I've always felt like, I wasn't alone, but now I'm more aware and more conscious that I feel like.
So you're not afraid as this world seems to be crashing? I mean, what I've noticed was a lot of middle class businesses are going out of business. Are you seeing any of that at where you're at? Like a lot of the, like, not the corporations, but the small businesses. What have you seen any changes in the last 6 months that you can really note in your area and across the river at West Memphis?
Not actually in Memphis, I haven't, but in West Memphis we're actually growing small businesses now. So I feel like in West Memphis it's actually starting to pick up on small businesses, because a lot of it wasn't that many at first. But in Memphis, they've always had it over here. But I feel like Arkansas period is just catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually do seem like it's growing now.
So what was the way it was when you were a kid? Was there more hatred?
No, I would say it
Or
was
love? Yeah. What was it?
More. It was more people being against one another. I see now people are more, careful what they say. They're,
So they're not just going to come out and just say anything anymore.
It depends. It depends on the subject. But I feel like things getting better. I see the land growing, basically. We have more buildings than what we had at first, well, across the river.
Yeah.
We had way more, we have more buildings now than we had at first. We have new jobs and stuff opening up. And since since the pandemic, they have been able to build more buildings and put more jobs over there. So as far as West Memphis goes, we're growing. Memphis, they got more over here, of course, more jobs and stuff already, but I don't know. It seems like it's getting pretty good to me.
Well, thanks I really appreciate your input.
And thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, here we are at the big Mississippi River, and there's so much history around here. It's not even funny. And the voices. This mound's probably 8,000 years old. This child here is 23. And got a tree over here that's about 200 years old. It's probably seen the Civil War. There's a lot of history here, everybody. So, Voices of the Voiceless, 12th Soul. Talk to y'all later.